It's that time again, everyone. It is Monday. Trust me, I'm not always this happy first thing on a Monday, but by the afternoon, I've gotten into things and life is fine again. So for those of you who may not know who I am, my name is Kaz Guard and I'm one of the managing directors here at Craft Resin. And I'm on here today to announce the recipient of our Educator Award, which is running in our private Facebook community group. And I wanted you to update you all as well of some of the changes that we're bringing into the group. Only small, do not fear. We're not doing anything drastic. So if you're new to our group's main purpose is to educate, support, and inspire our members with all things related to resin. We want to encourage every one of our members to share their knowledge and information so that no matter what level they're at and you're at, everyone's constantly learning, growing, and getting better within this group. So without further ado, I will first announce the winner from last week's Educator Award, and then I'll explain how you can get involved too, and then I'll give you the updates. So grab a brew, hold on to your seats. It's going to be a good ride. So we've again had so many amazing entries to the Educator Award this week. And honestly, I've been reading all the comments on it. It's just, it's such a lovely, this is why I'm always happy on a Monday, because I get to read so many beautiful comments from people saying thank you for sharing some really amazing information, advice, and support. So of course I'm going to be happy on a Monday. Like, what a joy to be able to do that. So this week's been about how to start a resin business. So we know that lots of people in the group and out there, resin is a hobby. It's something that you maybe do to create lots of beautiful work. And maybe that's just all you want it to be or ever be. That is completely fine. But some people, once they get started into it, it's a little bit addictive, isn't it, guys? Like, write in the comments if you're a little bit addicted to creating with resin. So the more you go on with resin, the more you start creating, the better you get. It's quite tempting to turn it into a resin business, isn't it? So we wanted to share tips from people who have started their own resin business and who have been successful. And now that success looks different for everyone. I'll go into that in a bit, but we wanted to share how to create a resin business out of this. And a lot of people have shared their amazing tips. So thank you so much to everyone who has entered this week's award. Go in there, guys, and have a little look at hashtag week 2022 week 4, because all of this information is in that hashtag and it's in the topics section of the group. Go and have a little look, because there is so much incredible information in there. And a lot of it actually is about confidence as well, which I'm going to dive on into in a minute. So our Educator Award winner for hashtag 2022 week 4 is... I'm so excited for this one. Vicky, hey, so well done, Vicky. And do you know what? Everyone who entered was incredible. The information that's been, absolutely go and have a little look at it. But I'm so happy for Vicky as well. And I'll tell you why, because when I first spoke to Vicky about creating a course for our Craft Resin platform, because her work literally was coming through and it was amazing. I was like, oh my goodness, we've got this platform created. Would you be interested in sharing your creations and sharing how you make them on this course platform? She was actually, and she won't mind me saying this, she was really quite nervous and quite shy at first. But to see this post now and what she's shared in her tips of becoming, owning her own resin business and everything that she's done so far, you can just see her blossoming, and I can see her growing into someone who is more confident every single day. And not, guys, because she is the most confident person out there, but because she is getting out of her comfort zone. She is pushing past those boundaries. She is pushing past the self-limiting beliefs, the doubts, the talks, that little voice in your head that says, you can't do this. She's pushing through all of this. She's getting out there. She's getting out of her comfort zone. She's getting brave. She's trying things and she's overcoming so much. And actually, this was something that came out of a lot of the posts from this week. And it's all about how confidence is gained. You are not born with confidence like Maybelline. Maybe she's born with it. No, you're not born with confidence. You grow it over time. The more you do stuff that you are uncomfortable with. So Vicky, I'm absolutely so proud of you. And I just want to share my screen and share the post at one so that you can all see. If you're not in the group, head there. If you're in the group, I tell you, go and check out that hashtag, it's here, because all of this information is incredible. So I'm just going to read it out. So how to start a resin business, I just put by accident. And that is hilarious, actually. Most people start it by accident. I don't think a lot of people that we speak to here at Craft Resin, I'm not saying nobody, but a lot of people that we speak to, it's completely by accident. So here I am with my own craft store for my art. How did this actually come about? Like, even I don't know. And I'll show you the photos below. But it did start with making unique and lovely resin gifts for friends and family. And this is how it starts for a lot of people, isn't it? I've been doing resin a year and a half, and I've amassed a fair amount of makes and nowhere to store them. So she set up a Facebook page where she could show them and try to do some online selling. She said it was slow and she was no good at online platforms. I mean, who is good at everything straight away? None of us. She said Insta and WhatsApp, etc. She said she even tried successfully making a course for craft resin, which is successful, but she's still no good and she doesn't like being online all the time. And she said here, even this, it's just brilliant because we all think like this, don't we? She says, I'm no good with commissions. I just like to create and not to sell. But you know what? That's the thing, isn't it? You create, you put it out there, and in the process, you do actually end up selling things. It's so cool. So she thought about trying to sell via Etsy, but it just seems saturated. Some question marks to that. So maybe some other people can dip in there with some questions. And actually, I do think with saturation, there are billions of people on the planet. Just put it out there. There will be people for your work. So she needed something more local, more personal. So she said her local market chairman saw some of her angels and her other artwork and asked if she would be interested in selling her art at their Christmas market. She said, wow, I was so chuffed. But also I hadn't thought about a craft stall. And again, how many people who have started a resin business along the way have had different opportunities present themselves? When we put stuff out there, when we put ourselves out there, when we get brave, when we get out of our comfort zones, things appear along the way that you think, oh, I'll give that a go. Oh, I hadn't thought about that. So she said, I had no idea about it really, but in a few weeks, she designed and built her stall. She tested it in the garden and lounge and learned about displaying her items and how to make card placements, pricing, and so much more. She was a complete nervous wreck on the morning of the first one, and she had her friend and husband there to help out. It was wet to start and a dreary day, so footfall was low. If you've been to the UK, you will completely understand. It rains a lot. But despite all that, sales were pretty good. But more importantly, and this is it, guys, isn't it? People liked my art and they wanted to talk about it. And they wanted to talk to me, and I loved explaining about how I created them. The interaction was great because it boosted Vicky's confidence, and it also gave her money for more resin and created space to sell more art and not have to store it away hidden from the world. Like, art is there to be shared and shared with the world, isn't it? Like, shouldn't be hid away. And it also, so now she makes one-off unique pieces of coastal art and jewelry, which, do you know what, works really well for Vicky because she's in a unique niche coastal harbour market, which is amazing, isn't it? Again, kind of look at what's around you, look at what you've got to work with, look at what the people around you kind of like. Can you create a niche into that? So she put big things can happen when you take brave baby steps, and that's it, isn't it? One step at a time. She's still learning all the time, but she can't quite wait until spring to get back out there. Online is not for everyone. Find a niche. Don't stick to what everyone else is doing 100%. I mean, take it, use it for inspiration, find your own way. Just go for it, and you never know what will happen until you try. So she said all of this happened within 6 months for me, and it can happen for you too if you want it. Go out there, be brave, make money, and have fun. Business does not need to be serious or stressful at all. And she shares her business name there with you all, Manor Road Resin Art Studios, and her link to her page. She may be small online, but in my small corner of the globe, she says, I am mighty. How amazing is that? And then she's popped on some images of the stall that she'd set up on that day and her market stall. And do you know what? The person that is depicted in this picture there is a very different person to the person that I spoke to probably about 6-7 months ago. A completely different person. The confidence in this photo, Vicky, and you might not see it yourself, but I promise you the confidence between who you are there and who you were then, it completely shines through. And you can imagine, like, these are baby steps every single day, but what is your confidence going to be like 5 years down the line, 10 years down the line, if you just keep taking baby steps and moving forward every single day? And I think this is the message that, like I say, was throughout everyone who'd shared their work, was about the confidence growing and just going for it and getting out there and getting brave. And do you know what? You don't have to take on the world and be the biggest, most massive. You're not competing with Amazon, right? We're not competing with Amazon, God blimey, right? You do it in your own way, in the way that works for you, works for your life, works for what you want to create. Have fun with it. And I think I just took that out of all of the posts that were shared. So thank you so much to everyone for sharing their work. Vicky, I'm so proud of you. Pop me a message through to the Craft Resin chat and we will get your resin sent out to you. So to enter our Educator Award and have a chance at earning a free 4 Litre Pro Kit every single week, follow the instructions below. So in the Craft Resin Facebook community group, post a video, a live, a photo, a text post, a PDF guide, whatever you want to create, educating or supporting our members in line for the topic of the week. So this week's topic of the week is all about how to plan out your year in your resin business. Now, we had, like, all of these are kind of designed to cover different subjects, different topics over the year, sort of bringing everything together and just sharing kind of everything in the resin world. But we had a saying back when I was in the military, and it was the 7 P's to success. And that was: prior planning and preparation prevents P, you can fill in the blank there, poor performance, right? So things are going to happen. Stuff you haven't planned for will show up. But if you have a business, it gives you a head start and a focus if you do plan in everything that you know about now. And then you can add more stuff as you go along. If you juggle a resin business alongside a busy life, it is essential to plan your time. And if you don't have a busy life and you still have a resin business, then planning actually prevents procrastination and it keeps doing nothing at bay. You know the drill, right? You're sat there, you've got a whole day. You can just do anything you want. You can create, you work on your business. This is going to be amazing. It's going to be the best day in the world. You get to 9 o'clock at night and you're like, oh my God, I haven't done a thing on my business. Does anyone else get like that? Completely. It happens to all of us. So planning, again, helps us schedule in our time. And it helps us to be productive and to get stuff done. I use another S word usually, but I'm keeping it clean for this live. So in order for this post to be seen and for you to stand a chance at winning, you must add the hashtag of the week, which for this coming week is hashtag 2022 week 5. This can be found in the featured section of this group and also in the cover photo to the group too. So if you're ever unsure, in doubt, it's up there. Comment on the other educated posts with why or how you found that information useful and thank them for creating it. Send lots of love and support to others in the group because what we put out, we get back in return. And that we want to create a really supportive, friendly, amazing cheer squad of a group. So the recipient of the free resin will be chosen by the amount of initial thoughtful comments that are on their post with the hashtag 2022 week 5 in it. And the recipient will be announced every single Monday in the group And this will be in a post this time, tagging the winner in, and this will go out at 5 p.m. So the next one will be announced on I think it's the 7th of February. It's next Monday. February. Anyone know where January went? No. So to quickly move on to the changes then. So this is actually one of them. So I'm not going to be coming live every single week now into this group to announce the winner. Instead, it will be announced in a post. This is going to be better because I can't tag you in if I'm on live. I can't tag you in. So this will be better because you'll actually be tagged in and then you'll be notified if you've won. And I'll also explain and include in there everything on how to win next week as well. And there are going to be a lot more pieces of content, videos and everything in this group. So we feel like me popping on and just sharing the same thing every week is just not needed. And it's going to clog up the space for lots of useful videos. Fear not, if you love seeing my face, I will pop up again for you every now and again. I will still very much be behind the scenes in the group every single day, chatting to you, loving your work. I'll still be there doing everything that I'm doing now, but you just won't see me rabbiting on for probably half an hour today, every single Monday. So that's one change. The other change is that we're going to be moving our hub group into this group. So our brand ambassador hub group is going to be moving into our community group. Now, this isn't going to really have that much of an effect on members because pretty much most of the members are probably in this community group anyway, but it means that all the information that we've been creating and sharing in our hub group and all of the exciting plans, we have got some really exciting plans to come out this year for the hub group information of how to benefit our brand ambassadors, how to become a better, more successful brand ambassador so that you can earn extra money alongside your resin business will now be shared in here. So the group uptake in the hub actually wasn't as much as we thought. Again, we're going to be trialing things. We're going to be testing things as we go along. We're going to be putting things into place that might actually make things better or might not, but we've got to trial it first. So we put the hub out there. The uptake wasn't as much as we thought, but I know that so many brand ambassadors are already in this group and who aren't in the other, and they're missing out on some of this amazing information. And most of the information we're sharing in the group, yes, helps with brand ambassadors, but it also helps running your resin businesses too. So we want to share it in a space where more people will benefit from it. So it just makes total sense. Combine the groups, pop them in here, and then all the information can be shared in here as well. So it'll be branded slightly differently so that you can notice the difference in an instant if it's a how-to resin thing or if it's a brand ambassador kind of information, more resin businessy. So we'll also be adding the hashtag brand ambassador to all of that as well. So you'll easily be able to find it in the topics to this group as well if you want to look back and see anything. We'll also put any guides in the group, in the guides section. So that'll be separated as well. So you'll be able to clearly find all of it. So lots more beneficial stuff coming your way. Oh my goodness, you're going to love it. So the Educator Award is working really, really well. We're having so many more people each week getting brave, sharing their information, sharing their educational stuff, which is amazing. But we're just we want to trial out the subjects. Now we want to take away the subjects so that you're not confined to any one specific weekly subject. It will open it up to any educational content which will help the members of this group out. Obviously related to resin. It is still a resin group. So I don't know, how to apply your makeup. Probably not really going to want to be posted in this group. I'm talking to Alex there. Yeah, I'm joking, Alex. So for example, if you encounter probably a specific, I don't know, a resin or a resin related business issue that you've had in your week and you've resolved it, then you could potentially share how you got around that with the group. So you'll just need to pop on the hashtag of the week and that will then count as the entry. So the hashtag will still be kept in the cover photo, so you'll know what it is every single week, but you can share anything, which just opens it up a bit more, doesn't it? So as an example, Chrissy will also be jumping on a video format to share some examples and ideas with you all too. So again, if you do like following a certain thing, there will be some examples for you to follow along if you want. Other than that, you creative people in the group, you can go crazy with it. So post with no educational content in it though, with the weekly hashtag, Still won't be in the running to win though. It has to educate in some way. But this, we believe that by doing it and removing the subject specifics, it will open it up to anyone can join in at any level. So we're going to share in the cover picture, like I said, hashtag of the week. And we're also just going to add the title to this, Make Your Hobby a Business. It's just as a simple guide. If you want to educate people on resin and getting better in resin, sharing your tips and advice, sharing what's worked for you, then share that. If it's something beneficial to a business and it's more business resin information, share that. As long as it's resin related and educational, it will count. So the winner will then be the person with the most thoughtful initial comments, but we're also going to include likes and loves, etc. with this as well. So we still encourage you to support, get supporting people, tell people how much you benefited from their post, as this will drive it up, because comments get driven further up than just love hearts and likes, and they're a bit lazy, aren't they? They are. People are creating this amazing content for everyone. Let's show them that appreciation for that. If you found that useful, tell them how useful you found it. That will drive it up. If you found it useful, I bet your bottom dollar that a lot of people in the group will also find it useful. So then it'll drive it up and it'll be seen by more people, which is great because then educational content is getting seen most. So once again, if you have any questions about the award or the Craft Resin group or anything Craft Resin related, please pop a message to Craft Resin and we will get back to you to help or explain more. You can contact us through our Facebook page, our Instagram page, our email at hello@craft-resin.com, or our website chat services. So all to come through to one location, and our team can assist you if you need our help at all. This goes for any issues or questions about anything as well. Send it through to us. It's a constant. We're going to make small adjustments to the group as we go along. We're going to trial things that we think might benefit everyone. If they work, we'll keep them. If we can improve them, we will. But if they don't work, then we'll probably just get rid of them as they're not useful to all the members, and we can probably put something more beneficial in. Over time, and this takes time, guys, to see the trends and to see what's working and what doesn't and what benefits you all and what doesn't. It takes time, but over time we will see and we will build up a big picture of what people want from this group. So give it time, but we're collecting all of this information to help run this group in the best ways possible. But we have to try things as well. So we really, really do thank you all for your support while we do this, and your support constantly in the group and with everything that we do. We appreciate you all so much. You have no idea. So have a wonderful evening, everyone, and happy creating and educating. So absolutely keep up the great work, because the help that we are seeing coming out of this group and out of you all is phenomenal. It really is, and it's getting more and more each week. Like, imagine, it literally blows my mind to imagine the vision of a year down the line when I can see 10,000 members in this group, probably more by then, all helping, all cheering, all supporting one another. Like, what an even more magical place this would be to hang out. But also, imagine how much better every single person in this group would be, because of your enjoyment of the group, because of everything that you're learning, because of the confidence that'll give you, the resin inspiration that will be flooding out of this group. I'm a little bit passionate about that. So let's continue it, continue sharing the love, the support and the education, and let's just make everyone that little bit better every single day. Anyway, guys, have a wonderful rest of your Mondays and a fantastic week, and see you all later. Bye.